Hey, thank you for. Hi, and welcome back to the channel. Today, on this week's video, we're going to show you how we made this automotive hood vent, starting from Fusion 360 CAD program all the way to a finished product. We're going to be highlighting on the mirroring tool as well as rectangular patterns. So enjoy the video and hope you like it.
All right, thanks, Dan. Now let's get right to it. So it's always good practice. The first thing that we're going to want to do is start with a new component. So that's what we'll do there. Now we'll hit the sketch, select our plane, and from here, this vent is 29 inches by 3 inches tall. So we're just going to start with a simple rectangle, 29, 3 inches. There's our overall shape. So the next step is we're going to want to draw our construction lines. We're going to want to split this thing in half. So we'll select line, make sure it's a construction. We'll find the center. We'll find the center. And again, we know it's center because of that little triangle shows up. Now, there we have it. Get rid of those constraints. Now it's 29 by 3 and it's perfectly cut in half. Now we want the top section to be 24. Now these are specs that we got from the customer. This is how he wants it. And we really, all we got was a drawing on a sketch on a piece of paper. So he wants the top section 24. So the way we're going to do that, we're going to select our line, make sure it's construction, find the center. We're just going to simply come over 12 inches and that'll give us a point. Now we can take our line again, turn off the construction, and we'll go from point to point. We'll trim this off, and there's the shape of the left side. Now to get the same shape on the right side, it's a simple, we'll use the mirror function. We'll select that, and then the mirror line is going to be the center line, and there it is. It's that simple. So then we'll take, and we'll, not that one, Control Z to go back. We'll trim off this little bit and these two little bits. Now there's the overall shape of our vent. So the next step that we want is we want to add our circles, the actual vents. So we'll select circle, make sure it's a standard, find the center, and we want our circles to be 1.8. Now we want to take another line because we need to figure out where this one's going to go. So we'll take another line, make sure it's a construction line. We'll go from that point down to there. And now I've already predetermined how far away I want this circle from this end. So I just find the center. I'm going to come over 1.2 inches, and that just gives me another point, another reference point. So I can select circle, turn off construction, and make this 1.8. Now our dimple die set is for 1 3/4 hole, but we cut it at 1.8, and that gives just enough wiggle room in there for the plasma cutter to cut the 1.75 hole, but it's not so exact that the dimple die doesn't fit. So that's why we cut it just a little bit oversized. So now we're going to use the rectangular pattern, and we're going to put all the holes in here. Now you'll see, let me just show you. We can just pick the rectangle pattern. We can select what we want to pattern, and we want to come this way, and we need 4 of them. So we select 4. But how do we get it perfect? I want to connect this one with that drawing, with that circle. So how do we do that? So you can see here we can play with it, and we can guess, and we can kind of fiddle around with it. Or the simple way to do it is you hit the inspect and you measure between that point and that point, and we get the dimension of 10.8 inches. So once we have that dimension, we go to rectangular pattern. Again, we can select this one. You can select either one, but we select that one, and we want 4. And we know that we want to come over 10.8 inches. So we just simply go to this dialog box and we type in 10.8. and it's going to line up perfectly. And there we have our 4 holes. So we need to get the holes on this side. So we'll go back to mirror, select the objects that we want to mirror, and then we'll hit the mirror line that we want to select, and that's the middle one. And there's our holes, all exactly spaced out. Let me get rid of these dimensions there. As you can see, they're all spaced out perfectly, just exactly how we want them. So now the holes for the rivets, how our customer is going to attach this to his car, he wants them in these locations. So to get the center of this, if we grab a line, we can go from this point to this point, and Fusion won't pick up that center because this is one continuous line. So to get around that, we simply just trim these construction lines out of the inside of these circles. And now when we grab our line, we're going to grab a construction line. We can find the center, and that triangle comes up, and that tells us it's the center. So we'll come up, make sure that's a 90. Now there's our line. Now that line, that corresponding line goes from there to there, obviously, and that is the perfect center between these 2 big circles. And we're just going to continue that for each one. So now we need to find where we're going to put these circles, where we're going to put the little holes for the rivets. Now, before we do that, this thing, we're going to fillet these corners, and we want that to be a 0.5 fillet. We'll do the same thing to this end, 0.5, hit enter. And then we'll fillet the bottom. So we hit the fillet under modify. We grab those 2. This is going to be 0.3. And we'll do the same thing to this side. 0.3, enter. All right. So these rivets, we want them perfectly straight all the way around this part, or this vent. So the easiest way to do that is make sure you have construction line selected, and then we can use the offset function, and we can highlight the whole perimeter, and then we can come down, and we want to come down -0.3. Now that's going to give us the perfect center and a perfect straight line all the way around this part. Now it's just a matter of, we're going to add in our holes or circles for the rivets. Now in this corner, because this is a fillet, now this is the corresponding fillet, just smaller. As you can see, Fusion will find the center of that corner. So we just find that center and make our hole. Now we want a 1/4 inch hole, so again we cut a 0.3, and with our plasma table it comes up perfect. There, it comes out perfect for a 1/4 inch hole. We'll just go through and we'll add these. To all these points. And we'll do the same for this one. As you can see, that triangle, that's the center of that curve. And we'll do the same over here. Grab circle, 0.3. Do this one for fun. There we go. Now again, to get these down to the bottom, we're just going to simply use mirror, and we'll select all these objects that we're going to mirror. the mirror line, we'll select just this center line. And there we have all of our rivet holes. We'll hit OK. And there, that's the drawing. So we'll finish the sketch. And then we'll go to extrude. We'll select the entire thing. Extrude it to the dimension that we want. And then there's the vent. Now this vent's going to have dimple dies in it. So in order to show that to the customer what it's going to look like, we simply will grab in the modify section, we'll grab fillet, and we'll select all of these. And then the dimension is 0.5, and there you go. Now we can present this to the customer for approval. He can see where the rivet holes are going to be. He can see what it's going to look like with the dimple dies, the filleted corners, and so on and so forth. So once that's done, we go from design to manufacture. Now, at this point, we're going to cut this with the plasma table, so we need to figure out where the zero is going to be. So we'll go setup, new setup. And as you can see here, this is the X and the Y, and there's actual Z, we just can't see it. And it's setting it up as the zeros right in the center. Well, we don't want that. So there's a couple ways you can do it. You can select, the body's already been selected on this model, but if it wasn't, you can just select that point and select this point, it'll drag it to there, but we don't have a model selected, and that's okay, because if you hit select, it'll ask you, it'll tell you this warning, no model selected, all model solids will be used. That's fine. You want to ignore this warning? Sure, let's do it. So we ignore that warning because that's the only model on the page. When you got multiple models and you're doing different cuts on different things, then you can select each one and you have to make a new setup for each one. So that's our setup. Let me show you. Let me orbit it. You can see the Z axis there. That's our setup. So now we go to cutting, 2D profile. We're going to select our tool and we're going to go to our plasma cutter library. So we're going to select our tool. We're just going to use 16 gauge fine cut. Select. We're going to go to geometry. What we're going to do is we're going to select. We're going to do this in 2 operations. We're going to do these holes first because it'll be a different setup than the rest of it. So I have to go through and select all of these individually, or that's what I'll do. And then we'll go to passes. That's fine. We're just going to use smoothing. And on this, we're going to get rid of the lead in and the lead out, just because those holes are so small. We'll hit OK. And then there, you can see that it's made the cut profile for those holes. So then we're going to go back to cutting underneath that same setup. That's fine. We're going to go to this geometry and we want to select these holes. We can't select the whole thing because it'll pick up those little holes again. And then this outside. Now that's going to be on this cut. So we'll go to passes, we'll hit smoothing. And then in linking, we can keep the lead in, lead out, and those dimensions are fine. So as you can see, it did the little holes and then the big holes and then the outside. So we want to make sure that that setup is right. So we're going to simulate it. It's doing the little holes. And then it cuts the outside and then the inside. Now that's not the way that we want it to cut. We want to cut those holes first and then the outside holes. So we're going to close that and then we're going to edit this and the geometry. We're going to deselect that. So this is how we're going to get around that. We're just going to do these inside holes. Smoothing is on. All that's fine. We'll hit OK. It'll do those and then we'll do cutting again. That tool's fine. And then we're just going to select that outside. Smoothing. And then the lead in, lead out is fine. So then we go. There we go. So to cut this simple vent, we have 3 different cut setups. We're just going to go to simulate and make sure that it's doing it in the correct order now. So it does little holes first, perfect. The inside hole second, and then the outside perimeter, perfect. So we got a piece of 16 gauge aluminum set up here on the table, and the plasma torch is going to work cutting it out just how we set it up in Fusion. Now we take it over to the table and we grind off the backside, just knocking off a little bit of that dross, getting it cleaned up. And on the front side, we're going to run the burnisher over it. And I want to say this is a 120 grit burnisher pad, and it shines up this aluminum really nice. Once it's all cleaned up, we take it over to the press and we press in our dimple dies. Again, that's a 1 3/4 inch dimple die. And there it is, that's the finished product. Looks real nice. And again, we want to thank you guys for watching. And if you haven't yet, go ahead and subscribe. And if you'd like to see us do something else, put it down in the comments. Thanks for watching.